Lou here. Now, if you guys don't know, I am a major fan of Kingdom Hearts. I love the story, characters, music designs, and just about everything else. With that said, there's one theory I've had for Kingdom Hearts for years that I wanted to share with you guys. So, roll the intro and let's get started. This theory is me, in my own insane way, trying to explain what Kingdom Hearts is and what the world actually means in-game. I mean, in all honesty, Kingdom Hearts is just whatever acid trip Nomura was on in the Square Enix office, because let's be honest, the man just makes this shit up as he goes along. But overall, I think this theory gives an interesting angle to view Kingdom Hearts at. My theory is that Kingdom Hearts, both the game and whatever the fuck the hearts thing in the sky is actually a purgatory or afterlife for Final Fantasy characters. Crazy theory? But let's start showing it off. I'm also going to be bringing in major stories to Kingdom Hearts and multiple entries in the Final Fantasy series. If you don't want to be spoiled, then don't watch the video. If not, let's keep going. Let's look at Cloud from the iconic Final Fantasy VII, who best supports my theory. Now, according to an interview with Nomura regarding Cloud's design in the first game, yes, he was inspired by Vincent, as he admits he wanted Vincent in the game. Assuming there wasn't enough time or a workaround, he instead sort of fused Cloud and Vincent together. According to Nomura, Cloud in the Kingdom Hearts series leans towards the quote dark side, and we see in Kingdom Hearts 2 that Cloud is apparently super depressed. Now this is Advent Children Cloud, so duh, it makes sense that Cloud is hella sad and depressed because Aerith is dead, and he's got that funky geostigma thing going on. Until you realize that Aerith is not dead, and she's right there in Traverse Town for Cloud, and we see that he meets her at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, and they talk to each other in Kingdom Hearts 2. So what the hell is he sad about then if everyone he knows and loves is alive? Now I hear you say, Lou, Tifa is probably dead in this interpretation then. Except Tifa is also alive in Kingdom Hearts 2 and has a whole side quest about finding Cloud, and you get a pretty cool looking Keyblade from her if you manage to defeat the actual bullshit that is Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 2. So, what the fuck does Cloud have to be sad about if literally everyone he knows and loves is alive and happy to see him? Okay, so, remember how Final Fantasy VII Remake basically confirmed that there are multiple timelines? Well, the Cloud from Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 is the original game, obviously. Likely before he got Geostigma, but also after Aerith's death, so he's a sad boy. Obviously, Yuffie and the rest of the Seven crew are from what I'm calling the Advent Children timeline, except for Aerith and Zack. Aerith must be from a timeline where she lived, but it is strange that she never mentioned neither Zack or Cloud, considering one was her boyfriend, and the other guy, you know what, I'm gonna let you guys come up with whatever you want, because I like both ships with Cloud, so I ain't delving in the ship wars. What's also weird is that Zack is alive, but clearly much younger, as we see in Birth by Sleep. While yes, Birth by Sleep takes place about a decade before the first game starts, all the Final Fantasy characters seem to be suspiciously ageless, so I would imagine Zack would be his age that he would be in the actual game for Crisis Core, which is 23, but he is suspiciously around the same age as like Sora and Ventus, so... And at the end of that side quest with Cloud in Kingdom Hearts 2, he and Sephiroth fight each other so much that they basically, according to Goofy, teleported back to the world of Advent Children to fight each other in that epic fight we see in the movie. I mean, that's pretty weird, don't you think? And I'm not talking about the fact that Goofy is talking about where Sephiroth and Cloud disappear to. Well, yes, Tifa and Sora say he's fighting great battle of light and dark within him. I thought it brought him back to the world of the living. What's Tifa doing here? She's alive and well in the main timeline of Final Fantasy? Maybe she died in another? Who knows? And now we turn to Orin from Final Fantasy X. To say if Orin dies is kind of weird, since he technically doesn't exist because of the whole plot twist in 10 where everyone is like a dream and shit. Basically take the plot twist from Link's Awakening and make it really weird. Orin is dead. Let's just say that. And we see he is quite literally resurrected from the dead by Demyx in the underworld. We see he even remembers bits and pieces of the events of Final Fantasy X as he's traveling around with Sora, and showing that he was dead and now he's just alive. As Hades in both Greek mythology and Disney's movie, we know that he has access of taking people out from the dead. We basically see this in the Hercules TV show, where he brings back Jafar for that epic crossover with Aladdin and Hercules working together. As with any lore, surely the underworld of Mount Olympus can't be the only place to bring people back from the dead, can it? To help support this theory, there's some other interesting bits as well. Obviously, for game development reasons, certain characters of the same franchise had to be brought on later, but lore purposes, isn't it weird how everyone just kind of randomly gets thrown away far from each other? Hell, look at Squall. According to the diary by Jiminy Cricket in Kingdom Hearts 2, Squall is still looking for Cypher to take him down, and this desire to defeat him is what caused him to change his name from Squall Lionheart to Leon for short. Yet, Cypher is in Twilight Town with his crew, and looks to be about the same age as Roxas' squad, while Squall is closer in age to Terra and Aqua. It's just really weird, like, Squall, he's right there in Twilight Town. Go get him. Isn't it also strange that characters whose entire trauma was based off the death of another character never meet in person? It's also kind of weird that every character who has died in the Final Fantasy universe ends up being brought back as a child or much younger or in a different life form, as we see with Titus, who's a child in Kingdom Hearts 1. It's almost like the characters who do die in Final Fantasy titles get reincarnated, while those who lived at the end of their story still continue on with the memories of their previous story. As a grand finale, let's look at Noctis, or as Kingdom Hearts renamed him, Yozora. Noctis and Lightning were both the most anticipated Final Fantasy characters to appear in Kingdom Hearts 3. I mean, personally, I would have preferred Vanille over Lightning, but that's simply because Vanille is best girl, and y'all can fight me in the comments on that one. Yet, Noctis never made an appearance, nor Lightning, who are both some of the most popular Final Fantasy characters next to Cloud, Titus, and Squall. Well, Lightning and the others technically didn't die at the end of Final Fantasy XIII's trilogy. Lightning took everyone from both the afterlife and now and created a new world where everyone could all live normal lives and I guess model for Gucci or something. She's out of here because she didn't die, and even then she's technically the god of death, so she can just, I guess, rebirth the world? I don't know, the lore in 13 is really weird. Now to Noctis. He does die at the end of 15. By my theory, he should be in Kingdom Hearts, but he isn't. Or is he? As we all know, Tetsuya Nomura did not like the way 15 came out. At least, you can tell he didn't, judging by his distance in talking about the project and how overly salty he was about it in Kingdom Hearts 3. I mean, I get salty about it, but at the same time, I'm a little, I don't know, I just don't care much for what I've read of the original story of Versus 13. But I'm also biased because I don't like 13 and I despise Type 0, so... Anyway, let's assume Nomura wants to pretend 15 didn't exist. Poof, it's gone, it's dead like Noctis at the end of 15, and nothing was made after Versus 13 was cancelled the end. Let's assume that cancelled projects end up here too. But in the realm between that we see Sora end up in during Kingdom Hearts 3. We know from the Remind DLC that Yozora was from there. He's from a world that looks like it was almost complete, but ultimately got cancelled or destroyed. He overall doesn't remember who he is. Now, yes, Nomura has said that Yozora is not Noctis, which is a bullshit statement to me because you don't design a character who looks like Noctis, use Somnus as his character theme song, and literally recreate a scene from the Versus 13 trailer and then say he's not Noctis. If the duck looks like a duck, walks like the duck, and has the same thematic tones as a duck, then slap my face and call me Susan because that is a damn duck. Anyway, dumb statements from Nomura aside, this also confirms that cancelled projects end up in that realm between thing. This basically means that it's purgatory for Final Fantasy characters who died but came from projects that never saw the light of day. Now, here's the full scope of my theory. Kingdom Hearts itself, the big heart thing in the sky everyone wants, is actually a gateway to bring Final Fantasy characters who passed away into this world as an afterlife. Those whose hearts face deep trouble and lose sight of everything end up becoming heartless and nobodies respectively, as stated in the actual lore for Kingdom Hearts. Characters who died in their original titles are reborn, as we see that Titus is now the same age as Sora, Cypher is now a punk teenager, and Zack reverted back to a teenager again. I mean, Yuna and her squad get reincarnated as fairies, but that's beside the point. Others who were brought in almost have amnesia? Like, they remember some plot points in their life before dying, while others end up absolutely with no memories of their in-game story like Aerith, Vivi, and Setzer. The whole reason the big baddies like the Master of Masters and Xehanort want Kingdom Hearts is that it's the only way to travel to worlds beyond this one. To travel to the world of Final Fantasy and other Square Enix titles, I guess. Hell, it's possible the Master of Masters is a Final Fantasy character trying to get back into his world instead of whatever the fuck he is. I mean, we all know it's probably a twisted Sora from another timeline, but who the hell knows? I guess I kind of picture Kingdom Hearts if Dissidia was purgatory instead of a world where everyone got teleported into a pretty cool fight then leave. And that's pretty much it for my theory. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I like doing theories like this every now and then, so let me know down below what you think. Is it good? Is it bad? I'd really love to know. Hey guys, thanks for watching! If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new. And if any older new subs would like to help support the channel in any possible way, my Ko-fi page is down below in the description along with all of my social media. For any subscribers, new or old, who would like to help with video ideas or maybe just want to talk about anime or something, then I have a fan server linked down below. See you next time!